Detective Billy Sumner, Sergeant Greg Jones. Location is Hopkinsville Police Department. The time is 9:48 a.m. The date is 12/10/08. Interviewing about what happened, or?
Well, I got off work and sitting at the Waffle House with a girl that I work with. Her name's PJ.
What time did you get off work?
Around 11.
And this was, what date was it?
It was Saturday.
Saturday night?
Saturday night, but it was Sunday, technically.
You got off at 11 o'clock Saturday night, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think my schedule was 10, but with all my side work I had to do, I didn't get out of there till about 11.
Okay.
Because PJ didn't get out. She didn't get off till 11, and she finished early, and then we went to Waffle House.
Do you work at the Waffle House, or that's
No,
where you went?
we went there.
Okay. Where do you work?
We work at O'Charlie's. I work at O'Charlie's.
Then you went to the Waffle House
Yes.
with PJ, and then what happened?
He was sending me text messages like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I told him I was eating.
Who's he?
Jay Phelps.
Jay Phelps? Okay.
Is it J-A-Y, or you're just using an initial? I don't know.
Actually, his first name is... I'm trying to think. My friend is friends with him, and she knows his first name. It starts with an L. He's of HPD. He's part of HPD.
Okay. So he was sending you text messages?
Mm-hmm. And he was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Eating at Waffle House." Because, we're just friends. So, I was just like, "Oh, I'm eating at Waffle House." He was like, "Well, I'm drunk. I'm at Head Hogs." Is that what it's called? Hog's Head. Something like that. One of the bars downtown. And I was like, "Oh, are you drunk?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "LOL, whatever." And he was like, "You should come over to my house later." And I was like, "No." Because I knew. And at the time, I was, tired. And I just didn't feel like going over there. Because usually we're just hanging out, and he'll lecture me about being young and being married. And we'll just talk as normal friends. But, I was just tired. And I knew what he was wanting because he was drunk. And I was just like, no. And I'm showing PJ these text messages. And I'm, showing her that I'm saying, no, I'm not going to come over there, blah, blah, blah. He's like, well, I'm really drunk. Will you at least bring me coffee? And I was like, no, you just want me to come to your apartment. I'm not bringing you coffee. And he was like, come on, please, I just need to sober up. Just bring me a cup of coffee. I was like, all right, I'll bring you coffee. So I take him coffee, and then as soon as I walk into his door, he sets the coffee, I can't remember if he set it on, this thing that hangs on the wall, or if he set it on the counter, and then he pinned me to the door. And I was like, Jay, get off of me. I told you not tonight. No, it's not happening. Not with me. Then he sat me on the couch, on the back of his couch, and he was standing up, and he was, talking about my husband, asking what his name was, and just talking about my husband. And I was just talking about my husband back. And then he had to go throw up in the bathroom, and then I went to go make sure he was okay. And then his bathroom was in the bedroom. And his first name is Randy.
So he went into the bathroom?
Mm-hmm.
Then what happened?
He just rinsed out his mouth after he threw up, and then he came into the bedroom. And I was just sitting on the couch, or on his bed, but I had my legs crossed, and I still had my hoodie on, and I was just cold from being outside, and I'm just sitting there with my legs crossed and my hands crossed. And he was like, why do you have your hoodie on? And I was like, because I'm cold. I was just bringing you coffee. And he was like, well, you should take it off. And I was like, well, no. I was like, I'm not sleeping with you. You're drunk. And then he went from there.
What did you do after that? What did he do to you?
My hoodie came off. Everything came off except for probably my socks and my undershirt. My bra came off because he unhooked it. It didn't come off, he unhooked it. And so hard to remember. He had my arm. I know my arms were like this, like to my chest, and he was on top of my arms. And I was like, no, Jay, stop, just no. And I wasn't laughing, I wasn't giggling, but at the same time I wasn't yelling. Because, there's people next door, everybody was asleep. So
Next door?
Like, he lives in an apartment complex. Okay. And I was just like, no, Jay, stop. Not happening. No. He didn't stop. He just kept going. And then I finally he was off of me and he was laying beside me. And I was like, are you just lonely or what? And then I noticed little things, like little teeny things. So he sat up and we smoked a cigarette, and I noticed, because I think he smokes, I don't know what he smokes, but I know his filters are white. And I noticed there was a Marlboro menthol in his ashtray. And I was like, who smokes Marlboro menthols? And he was like, Beth. And I was like, who's Beth? Just trying to start a conversation to get away from the situation. And he was just like, oh, just one of my girls. And I was like, convenience? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, so I'm here for convenience? And he was like, no, you're not here for convenience, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I noticed weird things.
What?
And about then was when he started taking my pants off.
Did he rip your pants off, or
No.
did you let him take them off, or?
And I ended up letting him because, he's a good 240, and no and stop didn't seem to matter, so I
Did you tell him to stop, or tell him?
Yes.
Did he say anything when you told him to stop?
No.
He didn't say nothing?
No.
What did he do then?
Intercourse?
Okay. Did he use a condom or anything?
No.
You said he was at the bar when he called you. How did he get
He
home?
didn't call me, he texted me.
Okay.
And then I kept saying no, and then he called me. And he does not call people. Like, everybody knows this. Jay does not call people. I don't know why, but I know him through friends, and when he calls me, everybody looks at me like, did he just call you? Because he's not the type that'll call somebody. I don't know why, but he will call me.
So he started, he was on top of you, and then he quit for a while, and then he got off, and then that's when he came back and took your pants off.
Yes.
Have you all ever had sex before?
Yes.
You have?
It was a long time ago, and I told him never again.
Just the one time?
I told him never again.
You said a long time ago. How long was that?
Maybe 2 months ago.
Where'd you have sex at then?
His apartment.
You say you're married. Did your husband know about this?
Me and my husband aren't together.
Separated?
Yes, we've been separated since March, April. That's why he's always lecturing me, because I'm married but I'm not with my husband. Well, more like my husband isn't with me because he went to Iraq, and then we've been together for almost 4 years, and he went to Iraq for a year and a half, and we grew apart, and we both changed, and we decided just, to stay friends, and we just haven't gotten a divorce yet. He was lecturing me about it all the time.
Who? Phelps?
Mm-hmm.
So you all are friends?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you go over his apartment quite often? Or?
Not too often. I've been over there maybe 5 times.
Okay.
Maybe 5 times. He's never been where I live.
Did you go to the hospital or anything?
No.
Did you talk to anybody about it?
Yes.
Who did you talk to about it? When did you talk to him?
Yesterday.
Is that a friend?
Yes.
Did you call him just for that, or?
I've told him, I don't know why, but for some reason, every single time I've ever been over Jay's apartment, every time I felt like him, hey, I'm going over Jay's, I just want to let you know. And I don't know why I ever did that. I just want to let you know I'm going over Jay's apartment. I don't know why.
Does this along at all?
They get along.
They do?
Mm-hmm.
What, I mean, has he done something? Has
No.
Phelps done something to you before that would
No,
make you
he's
think that? Or
just
what?
intimidating a little bit. But I mean, you know, we were good friends, so I didn't think anything of it. But just for reassurance, I don't know why I've always time I went over there and said, I just want to let you know I'm going over Jay's. And then the next day he was like, did anything happen? And I was like, yeah, I kept saying no.
See, that's kind of strange to me, is why you would think something would happen, or why he would think something would happen, and you text him. I mean, if you don't have some kind of apprehension about it, I mean...
Why would you even go over there if you're scared? Yeah.
I wasn't scared. It was just kind of like, hey, I'm just letting you know I'm going over Jay's. I don't know why I did it.
Well, that's some kind of fear or something. I mean,
I guess it is.
Yeah.
But I mean, Jay's a very intimidating man.
How old is he? Do you know?
He's gonna be 37. I think he's 36 right now. He'll be 37 in the day after Christmas, I believe. I think that's his birthday.
What happened after he got done? After he
I
allegedly raped you?
was so tired. I fell asleep there. I didn't sleep long. I know it had to have been daylight when I fell asleep. And then when I woke up, it was about 9. No, it was 8. And I left.
Okay, what time did you go over to his apartment?
About 1 o'clock. Almost exactly 1 o'clock. It had to have been around 12:50 a.m. to 1:15 a.m.
When did it happen? Do you remember what time it happened?
I know when I looked at the clock it said 2 something. But I mean, it was a good hour.
So you stayed there after it happened? So how long did he allegedly rape you? You remember?
About an hour.
An hour? And then you just went to sleep?
I kind of acted like I was asleep just to ignore it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really know what to do at that time. I didn't really feel like leaving. I didn't want to go outside at that time. I didn't want to do anything.
So you stayed there until 9 o'clock the next morning?
Mm-hmm.
What was he doing? Did he go to sleep, or did he pass out, or what?
I think he passed out. I don't think he really just fell asleep. He was completely drunk. And I asked him how he got home, and he said one of his friends took him home. I have no idea who he said.
Did you sleep at all after it happened?
Yes.
You fell asleep?
Yes.
Okay. Did you, after it happened, did you say anything to him, like, why'd you do this to me, or why not?
I didn't know how to act. I was just, I don't know.
Did you cry or anything like that?
No. I was just kind of numb to the whole thing.
When you left there, what'd you do the next morning?
I went home and washed. Well, I did my laundry because I had to go to work. And it was my work clothes and I only have one shirt. So I did my laundry and then took a shower and got ready for work because I had to be at work.
So you just went home?
Mm-hmm.
when you called, did you call him just to tell him that, or were you just y'all talk often and it just came up?
Friends, and he kept asking me, is everything okay? Did anything happen? And we were putting pictures on his photo bucket of his son, and he said something about Jay, and I was like, could we just not talk about it? And then he was like, okay, I know something's up. He's like, this is my duty, you have to tell me. And then I told him.
So you didn't actually call him just to tell him what happened, y'all just talk often?
Right.
Okay. What did he do then after you told him?
He said he knew it, and then he started crying, and he just kept apologizing to me that it happened. And then he was telling me about that he's heard rumors about it happening to other girls, and that nobody would come forward. And he said that, he knows I'm a strong girl because I'm only 20, but I've been through so much already. And he said that he knows I could do it, and I was just like, I just want to let it go. And he was like, no, do you want this to happen to the next girl? And I was like, no.
So let me ask you this, what do you want, what would you like to be done about this?
I don't really know. I didn't plan on saying anything. I'm not even really prepared for anything. It's really not even hit me, to be honest. It honestly feels like a one-night stand. If that makes
Let me
sense.
word it a little different. If I were asking you, would you want this guy to go to jail? Do you think he should go to jail for what he did?
I feel like he should, but I don't want him, he was really drunk, so he was not in his right state of mind.
And the reason I'm asking is because of the seriousness of the allegation, okay?
Right.
Of course he's got a job and all this stuff too, and I'm just wanting to know if you sincerely think he should go to jail, or if he really did something wrong to you.
He was really drunk, so I don't know. He wasn't in the right state of mind.
Mm-hmm.
So
in your heart, do you think he did something wrong to
Yes.
you? You do? Okay. No.
Yesterday.
Okay. Was that yesterday evening, yesterday morning?
Morning.
So you didn't, when he was doing, you didn't tell him, did you tell him to stop?
Yes.
Or you just didn't yell or anything?
No,
like
I
that?
didn't yell.
What did he
And
say
I wasn't
while he was?
laughing, or
Yeah.
I was being assertive, but being calm about it.
Mm-hmm. Was he overwhelming, forceful with
Yes.
you? Okay. Did you try to get up or anything and he throw you back down or anything
No.
like that? No.
I couldn't. I was like this.
Mhm.
I couldn't do anything. I was just
Okay.
like.
Were you injured? Did he bruise you or
No.
anything? Did you talk to him the next morning?
No.
You left and he was still asleep, or what?
No, he
it?
was awake. He woke up before I did, and I just grabbed my stuff and left.
Has he called you since?
No.
You talked to him?
Nope.
No text, nothing? How often did y'all text before?
Every
Did
day.
He text you every day?
Mm-hmm. It was mutual because, we were friends.
Mm-hmm.
So, we'd text each other every now and then, hey, what are you doing? And, my roommate, she's friends with him first, and that's how I met him, was because she was friends with him. And
Who's your roommate?
her name and I haven't told her because she secretly likes Jay, and if I told her, she would probably kick me out. But she doesn't know anything. Because, my mom lives in Pittsburgh. Me and my husband are split up. I have nowhere else to go.
Mm-hmm.
I could move to Pittsburgh, but I'd rather not. And when I
Is
changed...
that a cell phone?
Yes. It's the only thing I have.
What about you?
Do I have to question her?
You might need to talk to her. What if this has happened to her?
I don't want to be kicked out. She's not going to believe me.
Okay.
Does she know that you slept with him before?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she don't know. Okay.
She knows I've been over to his apartment, and then she stopped being friends with me for about 3 weeks to a month.
And your address?
My addresses of where I live right now, or like what's on my license.
No.
I don't even know it. Hopkinsville, Kentucky, 42240.
What's the name of the apartment you live in now, and I can get the address?
I don't even know the name of the apartment.
Oh, you don't?
No. I just drive there. They're not, it's not really, it's a house.
Okay. Well, I can call you and I'll
It's
call
on
you.
Dawson Springs Road.
Okay.
It's right after the church. It's after the church, right before the mailboxes.
I'll call you. I can call you later and get to. You have anything else?
Oh, let me think here. So you think he's done something wrong, but you don't want him to be punished for it?
I don't want him to be in jail for it because he was in the wrong state of mind. It wasn't Jay. It wasn't
Okay,
himself.
I'm not trying to be.
No.
I'm trying to be
I
a
know.
hard ass here, but then why are you here?
I don't think he should be on the force anymore. I think he should be punished, but I don't think it should be too severe because he wasn't in his own state of mind.
Well,
That would be our decision to make.
Yeah, that's. I mean, what you're stating that you want done is not for him not to go to jail, but you want him to lose his job. You probably not going to get one without the other. You know.
I mean, something needs to happen.
Well, the question I guess we're trying to get at is, do you want to press charges? Do you want something? Do you want this to go any further?
Yeah.
You do.
But I don't want to go to court.
I'm
Just being honest,
you're going. Yeah, you'll have
to go to court.
If you're going to press, and I'm not trying to scare you out because if he did this, I want him to be punished for it. Okay.
That's just the way it happens. That's the way it happens.
You know, he's got. It's the court. He has the right to see his accuser. That's just the court system. And you, at one point, you're going to have to testify at some point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I have to get a lawyer and stuff?
No.
As long as you're being honest and this happened, you got nothing to worry about. But if you're making something up, if you're just trying to get him in trouble for something, then,
No,
then yeah, you need to have a problem.
Nobody knows I've slept with him before.
Don't know that.
No.
So when he calls you to bring coffee, did you have?
Yes.
You told me.
Because he kept texting me, I want to taste you, blah, 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 blah.
He said, "I want to what?"
Taste you. But I thought it was
that not a
just...
hint to
Yes,
you
but
what's going to come?
I thought it was just him being drunk, though. Because he's never said stuff like that before. So I thought it was just him being drunk. Because the last time, whenever I did sleep with him, it wasn't like that. I was over there and we were watching TV, and then it just happened. It was completely consensual. It just happened.
Did this start as consensual the night that
No.
it didn't? None whatsoever?
No.
What room did this happen in?
His bedroom.
On his bed, on the floor?
On his bed.
And he didn't say anything to you? He didn't say anything before he did it to you?
During he did.
What did he say during?
He was saying, he was asking me what I wanted from him. And then he just kept saying, come on, I want to hear you say it. I want to hear you say it. And then I started getting, like, mean.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, Jay, there's nothing I want from you. But I was saying it, in a mean tone. And that's when he got off of me and he stopped.
Did he ejaculate?
No.
No.
Not to my knowledge.
Okay.
No condom?
No.
What do you think he's going to say when we talk to him?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
If we go ask him, did you have sex with her, do you think he's going to say yes or no, it was consensual, or?
He'll probably say he had sex with me, but I don't know what he's going to say. I mean, me and Jay are friends, but we're not good friends. We're just friends.
What do you text each other every day about?
Hey, how are you? Sometimes I ask him about his ex-wife, because, he's about to be 37. He lives in his apartment alone. And I'll just, be like, just want to see if you're okay today. See how you're doing. He'll text me, what's going on? What are y'all doing today? Y'all going to Chevron tonight? Because me and my friends hang out at Chevron.
What's that?
The gas station.
I knew it was Chevron gas. I didn't know this was something.
The only thing that I'm wondering about is like if I text somebody like just out of the blue and say, yeah, are you okay? I mean, if I'm scared of the person, I'm not going to text somebody when I go over to their house, if it's somebody that...
I wasn't scared of him at the time. I mean, it was just kind of like a... always told me, whenever Jay tells you to do something, you do it. Because she's intimidated by him, but she likes that and she likes him. I'm not intimidated by Jay. I can tell Jay no. And there's a guy that works at Chevron, James. And I was standing over there one day and Jay asked me to come over and I was like, no. And James was kind of like, you said no to Jay? And I was like, yeah. I can say no to Jay. Jay doesn't intimidate me. I think he just can't stand the fact. He doesn't scare me. The thing that scares me about him is that he can't stand for a girl to say no. And he never has been able to stand for a girl the way he is. Told me that Jay is the type of guy whenever he tells you to do something, you feel like you have to do it. And I never felt like I had to do anything.
Has he told her? I mean, has he had sex with her? Has she ever said anything like that?
Mm-hmm.
They have?
They've had sex.
She's not had a problem?
No. But she likes him a lot.
And you do not, I mean, let's be clear. I want to know what you want out of this. Do you want to prosecute this?
Yes. Because I don't want it to happen to anybody else. And I am strong and other girls are nowhere near as strong as I am.
Has anybody tried to... Did you say, no, I don't want to fool with it? And he said, yes, you're going to do this. You need to do this.
Well, it was more like I said, I just wanted somebody to talk to about it.
Mm-hmm.
And then he called over one of his friends, and the same thing happened to her with the same person. And then that's when it kind of hit me, how many other girls.
Who was the girl that it happened to?
Her name was Jess. I don't know her. I mean, that was the first time I've ever seen her.
Where did you get that information?
From her.
From Jess.
Yeah.
How did you...
She came, like I told him that morning, and I had to go to work, and then I went to work, and then whenever I dropped off my computer, went to work, and I had told him, And then whenever I came back, I saw a blue Mustang, and I texted him, and I was like, "Who's at your house?" He was like, "It's okay, just come in here." And I was like, "Okay." So I came in there, and then this girl, her name was Jess, and same thing happened to her. How many other girls?
Who was the girl that it happened to?
Her name. Like I hadn't told anybody, not one person, and door and asked him questions. So somebody knows, and I didn't tell anybody, not one person. And I don't know who knows, but somebody knows.
So what happened after you talked to her?
She left because she had to go feed her dogs, and then I was just like, she's not going to do it, then I will. Because it's just going to keep happening, happening.
So did you talk to her about it?
No. But she was just, she went over there with consent. Like, I didn't tell her my part, but, like, she went over there with consensual. Like, she went over there meaning to have sex. But whenever he started getting rough, she told him, you're a little bit rough, and he did not. He just he kept being rough with her, and he didn't, like, slow down. He didn't be gentle.
Okay, anything else? May I speak to you again at one point if you have other questions once we talk to some other people. But we'll get back in touch with you.